Hi, ma'am.
Good, good. It's
How
been
are you?
5 years.
Oh
5 years.
my gosh. I am
Five.
blessed with your presence.
I'm blessed with your presence as well. As well. It's been literally 5 years, Yozelle.
Oh
Five.
my, it's been that long.
It's been that
What?
long. How are you, sis? How are
I,
you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Oh, man. And you still look the same. Some of us have expanded horizontally, not necessarily vertically, but the expansion is just it's just merging with other ways. But we okay, the Lord is good. He still
All
loves us
right,
in all
all
shapes and forms.
right.
Good. I prayed for this podcast to happen because I'm like, you are one busy person, but you are one busy person full of influence,
Yeah.
especially in the field you're in. So I'm like, there is no other person who can do
Oh,
yourself. It's only yourself.
I am humbled. I am humbled. And when I got your message, um, it's amazing how God works because
Yes.
he, Elson, I'm not sure. You know that Elson has this radio thing that he's doing.
Oh, I'm not aware.
Uh, so he has this radio thing that he's doing, and it's a platform for all entrepreneurs to actually
Okay.
come and expose themselves and sell
Oh,
themselves. It's amazing, from all different countries. Like,
oh wow.
so I got a call after we had our chat. Another lady, because we have a group where everybody's in. So
Yes.
what you put it on the group to say, okay, you into doing this, you into doing that,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, blah. And a couple of times I put in things about fitness and the importance of it,
Mm-hmm.
and this lady reached out to me. Hello, Nana.
Say hi and go. Say hi. Go to Sisazol. Don't disturb me. I'm listening, but yes, yourself.
And she reached out to me and she said to me, listen, I need you to be part of my team. My team, I don't know you, woman. She's from Botswana. And we started talking. And
Look at
she just
God.
wants me to be the one who runs the fitness every week challenge, wellness tub. And we spoke and we did this and that. And as I'm
I
done with
got.
her, I said to God, after, so ma'am actually opened the doors for me. She literally, you had to reach out for me to, okay, wow, ma'am is actually asking me to do this and that. Okay, and then this other door opened, and
They're
it's just
just not stopping.
yeah,
It's it's not. It's
it
it's
can't,
it's not stopping.
it can't.
It's because you're that good and you're that committed. Because I'm like, it can be. 5 years ago, Yozelle was still crazy about fitness. Like, if fitness was your husband, I would say that husband is spoiled. So I'm like, 5 years. Girl, you can do it for a week, but hi, second week, you're like, no, no, I love you, but you know what? My fat cooks and oversleeping and going to friends' houses will do. But 5 years, the commitment has not dropped ever since I've known you. And it was there before, so I'm like, no, man. I've
Wow.
been in and out of this fitness space. It takes passion.
Yeah, no, it
It
does.
takes
That
passion to stick to it because
it
it's
does.
such a beautiful pain, but sure, it takes commitment.
Yep. And
So, welcome.
also, you you
Yes.
you learn. One thing that I made peace with, we are here to serve others, ma'am. We are
Okay.
here to serve others.
Yes.
And once you have found your passion, you should just allow God to allow you to do and touch the people that He wants you to touch and to reach out to. And it is what it is. This is we our bodies are the temple.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
We gotta look after it, because without, I said the other day, we are so quick making plans, going there, doing this, but we don't looking after the thing that is gonna allow us to go to this events, or to work, or to be a mother, or to be a wife. But we're making plans for this thing, but we're not looking after.
Jesus.
How do you do that? Stop it.
Welcome. Welcome to the podcast. You already Sarah Roberts Jakes.
Wow.
Welcome. Welcome to the podcast. So I'll introduce you. So this is how we met. So I used to teach you at Damelin. Okay. So I used to teach you at Damelin. I'm not supposed to mention company's name, but anywho's, we're speaking good things about. So that's where we met when I was a part-time lecturer there. And I remember when I met you, you were so committed into fitness. But for me, I thought, no, man, it's a phase. It's gonna come and go. And you were doing part-time studies, so I don't know the commitment of this thing. But that's where I met you, and then I learned to discover that no, she doesn't do fitness for what, for leisure purposes, or fitness is her life. And then I discovered, oh no, she's in corporate, but she's big into this fitness thing, and also she's big into serving God, into not motivation, but into coaching people spiritually. And this is not you using some psychology, some science. I mean, it's through the Word of God. It's purely through the Word of God. And when you share those posts of how you've discovered God every day, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, it's like, she's not my student only. She is a full package and a mom to a lovely boy. So welcome, ma'am. And I'll call you ma'am for this because I've got high regards of what you do. I've tried many things in my life, but now sticking to fitness is one thing I need to improve in, because I've started it and I've lost a couple of kilos and I'm looking good. I was looking not so good, but I'm looking so good. And now this is the podcast, which it's about life. So that's why I call it Life with Teacher Party. I'm learning a lot of things in life. So I just want to switch off this WhatsApp thing, desktop WhatsApp thing, because it keeps on making some fun noise on the background. Okay, so the podcast is Life with Teacher Party. So instead of me being accounting based, and so my career coach said, you're bigger than this accounting thing of yours. Step out of this. I was like, no. And we had to look at what I like, and I like exploring what makes people happy. I like exploring many things that pertain to life. I like the whys, and I like the hows, you know. So now we just still in the phase of exploring what is happiness to different people. And I'm finding that happiness is very different from this person to the next person it's different. Where we find it, it's very different. And we're even so privileged or self-aware if we find happiness in our adult life. Because what I've noticed is we allow work to be the defining thing in our adult life. We allow marriage to be the defining thing in our adult life. We allow children to be the defining thing in our adult life, or studying after your degree to be the defining factor in our adult life, or leadership positions that we hold in different society functions. But we forget to be happy. So it's such a privilege at an adult age to make time to meet your happiness. And I'm noticing that gym for you is not addiction, is not being, it's you don't take it as, what is it, being a gym fanatic or something, but gym is your happy space. It's your happiness. So can you help us, according to Yozelle's term, how do you see happiness? What is it in your own life, daily life experience? What is happiness according to Yozelle?
Beautiful question. Happiness is you. Happiness
Happiness is me.
is you.
Jesus.
It is you. You cannot look for happiness outside of you. You can't. Happiness, you would have the world's cars,
Hey,
houses,
Jesus.
money, but it will never bring you happiness if you don't define happiness as yourself, as your
Oh,
inner self.
Jesus.
That is happiness.
Jesus Christ.
Once you've learned that, once you are happy with yourself, once you love yourself, once you are happy with, doesn't matter where you are, in which space you are, you'll have gratitude. You'll have gratitude to the most highest. And the only way for you to attract more is when you are happy where you are. We always want more. Nobody will never get to a stage in life where we said we've reached it all. No, 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 no. You don't get to that stage. You're gonna die wanting something still in your
Yes.
goal book. There will be
Yes.
things that you would have written down. But once you define happiness as yourself,
Yes.
you open so many doors for yourself.
Okay. Okay.
So it's as simple as that.
Okay.
It,
So
you
so
just
so happiness is me.
Yeah.
And in this adult life you've learned that you will always want.
Yes, always.
A human has got this insatiable need of wanting,
Yes.
of needing. And now we tend to think happiness lies with the latest TV set because that's
Eh,
what marketing says. You'll be more happy if you drive this convertible. You'll
yeah.
be more happy if your kids went to the school. You'll be more happy if you had this circle of friends. You'll be more happy if you had this couch or this paint in your house. If you stayed in this suburb, you will be so happy. But you find many rich people committing suicide
Thank you.
because they've arrived, but
Yeah,
the
there,
pot at the end of the rainbow has no gold.
there you are.
And you saying happiness is you having a conversation with your son.
Mhm.
Happiness is you
Mhm.
playing your skipping rope on your balcony. Happiness is you reading a book in your couch. It is, it has nothing to do with your money.
Mm-mm.
It has everything to do with your self-awareness.
Yes.
Who are you? Because
Yes.
you'll find that you're chasing happiness in a convertible car and you're a nature person.
Thank
Nature
you.
just brings you alive. So
Yeah.
you could have driven to a botanical garden and enjoy the birds, the trees,
Yes.
smell the air.
Yes.
Now you're saying this is not this kingdom you're looking for. It's not external. It's internal.
Yes. Everything.
No, okay. I know. No, I'm learning. I'm learning. It's not external at all. It is internal. Therefore, it will differ from person to person. Don't fall for the trap of this thing, marketing.
Mm-mm.
Don't.
Mm-mm.
You will not find it in an ice cream branded this way. Maybe you'll find it in a cup of tea with your parent,
There you are.
reflecting on your childhood. And that cup of tea is something you cannot even purchase. Okay. I have to take that in because you just dished it to me and say, girlfriend, wake up.
Yep.
Wake up, there's nothing there. It's here.
Just yeah.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. So now I want to know,
Mm-hmm.
how does Yozelle now decide? Mm-mm, there's something that is pulling me to the gym and there's something I'm finding in the gym. How does this journey begin? Because I always say when we meet our happiness, there's a
Mm-hmm.
life event.
Yes.
Whether we're aware or not aware, there's a life event that pushes, like God pushes us and forces us towards our happiness to a point where we engage with it. And for me, I always say it was being admitted in a depression ward where I learned that happiness is free. I used to think, okay, so 2021 I was admitted in a depression ward, and I used to think people that go there is people who are divorcing, who are not taking the divorce right, or people who their kids drowning in pools. And I used to think, guys, am I mad now? am I certified med? And I remember going there, finding professionals like me. I was like,
Exactly.
so I was like, so for me, a person who had mental health issues, I thought it was a person with schizophrenia. These people go pick up. I was convinced that I'm taken there and taken there. Only to find out it's professionals like me living a very normal life and all. And those people did not have balance. The only thing we had in common, we did not have balance. Work was the defining things in our lives. And we never stimulated our endorphins, our oxytocin. What is this thing? The four chemicals, dopamines and all, the four
Yeah.
chemicals that you get when you exercise. We were not doing that. We were just before the laptop 24/7 and we fell out of balance. So that's why we're there. And I had to reflect because I had this thing that I have to work so hard so that I can have lots of money. Then I can go to Mauritius. Then when I go to a vacation in Mauritius, I'll be happy. Go on a vacation to Cape Town, I'll be happy. Buy myself properties. And I remember sitting there and I'm a student, I love learning. I really love learning. I wanted to know what I had. And when I sat with those psychologists and I understood what I did wrong, I started looking for happy free things. I started Googling happy free and I found a ton. You can walk in the park. And then that's when I came with these things that say happiness is free. It came from that experience of being pushed. And then I realized, no, man, what I thought I would get if I get to a certain stage is free. I just need to make time for it. So I just want to understand, when was that moment for Yozelle to see, no, man, this is it. Fitness is it. Gym, for me personally, not for now you growing into business, but personally, when was that moment?
So a brief background. It is important what we expose our kids to.
Yes,
Hence, I am starting this early with mine.
yes. Okay.
Um, my dad was into fitness.
Oh,
From a very young age, I would be the one when all my brothers and sisters were playing. I would be the one in the we had dad had weights and we had a gym room. I would be in there with him, and he never chased me out. He would just laugh
oh,
while all the others are doing totally different things outside.
thank you, Jesus.
I would not know why I was always like that. I was
Okay.
always the one that wanted to do what he's doing. I think
Oh, Jesus.
I
Okay.
was that girl. I was that girl. And I went to school, and as I was at school, I did a bit of fitness. I did a lot of sports, but just for the fun of it, because I liked just being around, running around. After that, um, I started after school and everything. As I got into my 20s, mid 20s, I was part of a group at the community where we would have every day the community coming to the stadium, and we would work out. I had no
Okay.
experience. I just loved what I was doing, and
Okay.
seeing people coming to me and seeing them. Wow, this I felt so good. And. But your question is, let me not go off the question.
No, no,
Is
you're not off the question because I needed that part.
oh,
I
okay.
needed that part
Yes,
of how community shaped you, of how right parenting
yeah,
shaped you,
yeah,
of how emulating when you still had no control of the environment. I
yes.
needed that because we
And
always think we have this funny thing that the world around us does not affect us.
no,
And right now you're telling me that it made you what you are. If it can make a boy go into drugs, it can make a young girl go into fitness.
thank you. Very
Wow.
important. So I still till today, when I'm home, I exercise with dad. He is 58.
I've seen the videos. I've seen
Oh
the
yeah,
videos. It would
yeah,
be dad, you, and the son.
yeah. So you imitate. He gets. I. I'm astonished at to see how my son gets angry at times when I used to work out in the morning, how he would get angry if I don't wake him up for us to have our session. Why didn't you wake me up? You know I wanted my session. Whoa, okay. I
Okay.
like that. He's turning 10. I'm talking about a 9-year-old. Yeah. I got him book. He writes goals in. You need to know what are your goals for the month. Are you ticking off
Jesus, for
you
the month.
the month? Are you ticking off? And if you are not ticking off, why are you not ticking off? What are you doing wrong?
Jesus.
So all these things, I'm
Yes.
I'm I'm a server. I want to serve. I want to help. Um, not that much that I lose myself. No, no, no. Because I
Yes.
can't serve you when I lose myself. How
Yes.
am I gonna be at your servant and being at your
Yes.
service? So all these things around me was and is still important.
Yes.
So me waking up and going to gym, you named the names. I have a book where I write these names down. There's a book that I read about what the subconscious and the conscious mind does.
Yes.
I love, as you said, I'm always a student. Always,
Yes.
wherever I go, I'm a
Mm.
student. I love
Yes.
learning, and to me, feeling sad. I think you noticed I lost mom a year back in July.
Yes.
Yeah, cancer.
Yes.
I wake up
Apologies.
and I don't feel okay. I take my rope or I go to the gym. The the things that you bring out in your body while you exercise, there's no way you will fall. There's no way you'll fall in depression or in a certain thing because of the things that you are producing while you're working out. While
Thank you
there's
so
no,
much.
you
Thank
will
you
not.
so much.
I have not heard of somebody that I'm speaking now. I'm still very young. We don't know as time goes. That I've heard of somebody saying, I got depressed while I've been into fitness. And not being into fitness, being extreme as I am. No, no, no. I'm extreme. I know it. And I honor that. But it did not take me a year to get where I am. It took me years. It took a community to build me to where I am.
Yes. Yozelle, when you're saying, and thank you so much for, yeah, for you mirroring the question. You mirrored it. You mirrored the question. Thank you so much. I want to start with what you said, that you've never heard of anyone who is into fitness that fell into depression. I'll tell you now, I've got a colleague of mine, two colleagues of mine. I'll not mention their names.
Yeah.
They are the fitness to them, they take it like you. It's not them passing time. It's them meeting. It's them meeting with themselves, meeting with God. Um, it's them self-expressing. I
Mhm.
remember COVID times, five
Mhm.
to dying. I was five to dying, fighting for life in hospital. COVID to them was a flu and a bronchitis. I remember they were on vitamins, and I was on drips after drips after drips, doctors running in hospital, admitted more than 10 days. To them, it was flu that just made them. So their body was so ready to fight. And then this other colleague of mine loses two family members. And I remember, because I lost my grandmother at that time, I remember calling him and saying, how did you get over this so quick? Because you buried your grandmother. He was raised by a grandmother. You buried your grandmother this week. In less than a month's time, your aunt passes on. These were the closest people to you. And then he said, no, I just went to the gym. I self-destructed in the gym. And and I was just thinking, sometimes I would go through some things in life with my mom, and I'll call him and I'll be like, "Hey, friend, I'm going through this and this and this. You also go through such." He is always ready for advice. I never even heard him one day saying, "I had this headache that almost killed me." I would be telling a lie. I want to be honest before God. The other colleague of mine had, she introduced sports in her house. You don't have an option. Find yourself in sports. She will
Wow.
support you. The sons are into soccer, into running. But I promise you, the way she is so strong spiritually, this is not a church goer, like a frequent church goer, but her spirit is
They,
stronger than her horse. Like nothing breaks her. I've seen that woman over. I'm like, I no, no, you're made out of iron. Nothing breaks her. And she doesn't go to the gym to self-destruct. I think she goes there to find herself in the state of affairs, to find herself in life, and she comes out peaceful. She will do the stairs. I'm like, okay. And I can tell you now, people who don't go to the gym, I will count many people who don't go to the gym. And bruh, this depression thing, COVID, what, it is just you just become open to a host of diseases. So that you said right there, I stand, I stand someone to show me that this lady or this guy is struggling with depression, and yet they work out every day. Because what we learned in the psychiatric hospital when they were telling us about how we maintain these four hormones, and it's a daily maintenance. So you're not
they,
going to be maintaining it this week. It's a daily maintenance. And they said you can even not do many things and do gym only. They said just gym is a stress eater. I was like, what? It's
yeah,
like, no, chemically, it's a stress eater. You need that
yeah.
pain when you're exercising so that it releases endorphins. So
You
it's your
are,
free supply of antidepressants. It's like, then
yes,
it makes sense why other communities run. It's not for weight issues. It's for a free supply of antidepressants. So
there you
I agree with you 100%. And I'd like for us to reflect on this thing, on how community built you, because we are losing the spirit of community. I was teaching a chapter on clubs last week where I work, teaching students about accounting for clubs. And it just reflected in me that the spirit of community has departed, because now it's so difficult. This is AMA 2000. So I'm trying to make them understand that, like in the township where you stay, there is majorettes, drum majorettes, there is a volleyball club, a soccer team, or a gymnastics. So this is accounting for such. And drum majorettes, I'm like, oh my God, the spirit of social activities in our communities has departed. There's high commercializations on taverns, free
mm,
access to taverns, free access to drugs. There is less stimulations for young minds. And I'm looking at you. This is how community engagement built you. Is there a way out of us? Because we need, you can't be a happy person in an unhappy community. There's no way.
yeah. Mm-mm.
You're likely to be swallowed in it. Is there a way of us building back that social engagement in community on things that are free, like a chess club, like a gymnast? Is there a way for us to go back because we missed it?
I believe there is. I'm gonna speak for my community.
Yes.
Uh, it begins with the parents.
Oh,
It begins
okay.
with the parents. I cannot tell my son to work out and I don't work out because they don't do what
Okay.
we tell them to do. They do what we do.
Okay.
So you would tell your son, don't pick up a cigarette, but you are sitting here. Smoking is not good, baby. But you are
Preacher, not a doer.
thank you. So if in any way we want anything to be done, whether it's in our community, in our government, it doesn't matter where we are. The people, not the people below, the people here must start doing before they ask them.
Yes.
So if it's like today, Rema Church has a women's thing that they're doing.
Yes.
8 and 9, 2 days, right? So where women come and worship and you know what they did? They have a worship thing for the kids as well. So how is my son not gonna want to go when his mother is going? I'm not dropping him off.
Okay.
We're going together.
Okay.
To this
Okay.
event.
Okay.
He's just gonna be with the kids, and there's the elders that gonna have. So this is truly me believing, and because I've seen it again with the sons around me. They don't do what you tell them to do. So if we want to have better future leaders, we can't stand up there and preach to say what they must do. Action speaks louder than words. Don't give them your words. Let them follow. We would have less of these other things done. I mean, if any parent, remember, people selling drugs are parents.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Right?
Amen. Amen.
They are parents.
Amen.
At home,
Amen.
the people that are selling drugs are people that have wives, kids, and then I wonder to myself to say, if these people can take it upon themselves to say, what if ever my son is doing this thing and somebody else is selling this? You selling this to somebody else's son. What if your son is friends with that boy who's going to buy it from you?
Yes.
They're going to go home or wait, after buying, they're going to go sit somewhere and have of that drugs that you sold. So you sold it right back to your son. How are we doing anything? So again, if anything, ma'am, if anything needs to happen, it needs to come from the parents, from my dad. If my granddad was still alive, he was also gonna have to do it. But
and
where we need to take accountability.
Thank you.
We can take accountability. Our place is where it is because of us. Nobody else. Let's not point fingers to people.
Nobody else. And I want to agree 100% with the point that you're making, that it can't be that you're going on a church service alone, because we are here as a community because of isolating children.
Yep.
We're working longer hours. We are losing the culture of grandfathers, grandmothers. COVID robbed us of that. And even before that, urbanization robbed it robbed us of that. So now you have to take a child with you to Joburg. And then because you're working long hours after school, they must be dropped at aftercare. This is a generation that is raising themselves. And now the culture of community is no longer that accountability that I can't do this because my mom, my dad, my grandfather, they will kill me. Like my whole family will be on my case. I can't be seen. It's self-imposed what we're in. It's really self-imposed, because when my daughter says I want to go to the gym with you, I'm like, no, you're gonna get hurt and all that. But she is in her learning. Yes. And her learning is not gonna be scripted in any LO book. It's gonna happen now. I was doing self-love activities a lot last year, and I would do a bubble bath and read a book and listen to spa music. So the other day she says, Mama, it's my spa day. So I do the bubble bath for her, and then she says, friend. So when it's spa days, I say to her, we're friends. So it's not mommy and daughter, it's friends. And then she says, friend, potty for me. I was like, are you for real now? Guys, I was like, so I'm really your mate. But it's what she saw.
Yes.
It's what she saw me do.
Yes.
Then she felt like, okay, if you're doing it, girlfriend, I'm gonna do it. Whether it was good or bad. It's
That's
what
what,
she saw me
whether
do.
it's good or bad, they will imitate you.
No. Okay. No, no, no. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. So now the other question I had is you're a very beautiful person, inside out. Beautiful. Femme,
Humble.
femme and fit, femme and proper. And no, it is. It is. You know,
Oh,
guys, we must be honest when people are beautiful without liposuction, these all these beauty things that happen now through theaters and
yeah,
and people just come back with bigger lips, firmer cheeks and all. You're a very beautiful woman. And your beauty is actually circumstantial because it's how you live your daily life. Same as our weight gain is circumstantial. Your beauty is circumstantial, and you are a person that is so comfortable in her skin. Like no amount of influence can make you change who you are because you do so much self-discovery every day. Has fitness contributed to your self-awareness, self-discovery, self-development, self-growth, and internalizing beauty in a point that it just flourishes by itself externally. You know, sometimes when you're looking at the beauty industry and a person who does beauty every day like you just feel guilty for taking the shortcut because the maintenance becomes too heavy. But for someone who is self-aware, who just loves themselves, this thing just comes out. You don't force it out. Same as we get what when we love ourselves, we just have confidence flourishing. For you, fitness just does it. It just does it. You can take a photo with such a nice bum shot. I'm like, whoo, if I would wear that, I'll break the internet. No, we shall leave it to yourself. It's okay. I'm not jealous. I know my limitations, but the way you wear it, so much confidence, not having that thing of body shaming. And I'm like, yo, guys, someone needs to work hard to get there. But has fitness contributed to that?
a lot, a lot, because like you said, the chemicals that it releases. Get
Oh,
to that. The
okay.
chemical that it releases. There's no way that you wake up every morning. If, to exercise is not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to jump all the time for 30 seconds or to do this, pick up the heavy weight. It's not. It's not. But you know why you're doing it and the results. And can I tell you, I never wanted a six pack. Never.
Okay. Okay.
The benefits of keep being consistent and discipline in anything
Oh,
you do. In anything that you do, there will be, you would not even imagine the results that you're going to get to when once you just decided, like, even if today I don't want to feel like doing it, let me do this. Those are the most important days. You don't
oh,
wake up today wanting to do it.
okay.
You
Okay.
wake up saying to yourself, I don't have lust for this, but let me just go. And once you're in it, it's a whole different story. You are able to tap yourself in the shoulders. You're like, go, people. I do not wait for anybody to tell me that I look good, I'm beautiful.
You've
Hello,
labored for
I,
it.
I'm already it. I'm waking up knowing I am enough.
Jesus Christ. And
So
with
with
the
all
work
the,
you put in.
yeah, with like, just as I said, there's no way you would not feel confident when let's take fitness slightly out in
Yes.
anything that you do. Think about it. If you have put in the work, you're busy with a podcast now. You're busy with a podcast now. This thing is gonna hit big, whether you like it or not, because
Yes.
of the work that you're gonna put in, the discipline that you're gonna have, the consistency that you're gonna have, the sacrifices that you're gonna have to put in. Sacrifices, you can't eat this and that. You can't go where and where because you need to have your podcast running. So there's no way that you won't be confident. There's no way.
Oh,
Proud of yourself. for the things that and the effort that you have put in. And nobody sees that. Nobody sees that.
Oh,
So all these things you mentioned, being growing, and it's all part of fitness.
Jesus Christ.
All that I wish is people understand the importance of taking care of yourself first before taking care of your work. You need your body to drive you to your workplace. You need your brain to think of ideas. You know how amazing you get ideas when you work out consistently, how it opens the chemicals that run through your body.
It just opens up your mind.
It opens up every part of you. There's just no way I cannot be there. Sure. I told my boyfriend the other day, I'm like, hey, when you got a beautiful woman, huh?
Say that to him again and say, you lucky. I always say to my friends, especially when they're beautiful, and all my friends are beautiful, so we're beautiful at different shapes and forms. So I always say, especially the married ones, I'll be like, tell your husband you did him a favor.
You
And
see?
they're like, yes, I would tell him, say, tell him, Mamzama, you did him a favor. He would still be up the streets even now. And you did him a favor.
Yes.
So there's no way you cannot be confident if you put in the work. And again, this thing goes to us falling for commercialization. Because now you're making me understand that no amount of needles that goes into your body will buy you the time you
No,
need to put in the gym.
no,
You'll always be insecure. No amount of needle, no amount of a knife will ever make you secure. But the work you put in the gym will always give you security, because you're not just cutting fat from
no,
your tummy.
no.
You are opening a whole anatomy of your body. It's a whole operation in your body. It's not focused on one area.
No, 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 no. And you
But
can see the when you put me as a person that works out every day and put somebody else that went under the needles next to each other, you can see the difference.
and
You
it's
would
going to be big.
tell this is hard work and this is needles. This is the knife. So how then can when that comparison is being done, how then the one that has worked are not already smiling there, standing with a smile, tapping themselves on the shoulders, because whoever's standing next to me, you need to work hard to get to where I am. I started 5, 8, 10 years ago to get to where I am. It's not built.
Okay. Okay. So now, how have you been strict with your boundaries to maintain your happy time at the gym? Because sometimes work can overlap. You're like, I need to work at home, or I need to wake up early to work, or how of 8 to 10 years, how have you managed to keep your boundaries intact? Because I know the biggest thief is work. If there is any biggest thief of extra time, it's our work where we are hired. We tend to overcompensate for the roles we're hired at, that we find it necessary to wake up and work 3 a.m., not even pray that time, not even exercise, and come back and work. And and stroke is real. Heart attack is
Is
real. Depression is real. Hypertension is real. Blood pressure is real. And if you look at how the environment, again, how the environment at work can lead you to obesity.
yes.
Like the studies that were done in America about obesity, at a work from a working population, it was working 3 to 5 jobs.
There you
You're
are.
not gonna have time. You're gonna eat anything that's sold on a fast food. You don't have time to be happy. You don't have time. I remember last year I was a teacher, I was a full-time teacher. left their accounting job and all that. And I remember having time. I remember having time. And I said, okay, the salary is okay, but I can go to Florida Lake, and do the park gym. I can run. I can do a bubble bath. I can read. I can exercise at home. I could do so many things I couldn't do while I was an accountant. Many life improving things. I could even go for breakfast, solo breakfast. I could even go for a dinner date alone. So much of my personal life, self-life, self what is it, self-awareness really, really, really improved. But in the accounting world, I couldn't put those boundaries. They were always shifted, always told that you're gonna be getting this warning, that warning. In teaching, because 2 o'clock, you can't teach when a child is tired. They must go home. So I could, but now you are not a teacher. But how have you managed to say to your bosses, this is where you start, this is where your time ends. From here, it's my happy time, as usual. For 10 years, how have you done that? Because that's difficult.
What's difficult is you being replaced at work because you didn't take care of your body. That's what's difficult.
And it happens. They send flowers, and it's true. And it might seem like it's cliche or bitter or something, but listen, the flowers will be sent, the announcement via WhatsApp and via memo that it is said to announce that John is no longer with us. Then they send the flower to the wife. Then they send the wife to the HR to fill the forms. Then HR, by the end of that day, when HR gets the death certificate, they advertise the post.
And that's it. So you decide. It takes it, whether we like it or not, we are replaceable, except in your husband, your child, your family lives. Especially when we say it's your father, your mother, your daughter, your son, your husband, your wife. There you're not. So this thing is not rocket science. As long as before I go there, all the billionaires, I love reading. There's not one of them that don't work out in the morning. There's not Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all these people that are wealthy would tell you, when you read about them, they wake up, which is my time. They wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to work out, so that when their day starts at 6 or 7, the most important thing of the day is done, taking care of this. They meditate. They have their goals written down on what has to be done today. And also knowing I can only do this much today.
Just hold it right there. I can only do this much today.
Yeah.
And this much I will execute, but the next match, it's for tomorrow.
Thank you. Even if you out of the 6, even if you only did 4, it's okay. It's okay. Let's add that for tomorrow as well. Let's
not kill ourselves today. Now I'm liking it because part of us who were in that psychiatric hospital, we were the ones that did not have boundaries. We are the clever ones who know everything, who can take. I'm not saying that arrogantly to say the clever ones, but I could pick up that we're actually bright. All of us were very bright. We're very bright, and we could do so much. We could do so much. We could extend ourselves to the point of death.
Yep.
And I remember I fought for my flowers. When I was in hospital, I said, why are you not sending me flowers? I had to fight for my flowers to be sent.
You see? It's forgotten. It's forgotten. She's gone. She's not there now. Let's
Oh,
continue
wow.
making money. The company must run whether you're there or not. Business must go
So
on.
let's just hold it right there. The company must be sustainable,
Yes.
whether you are there or not, because the primary goal
Oh my
of the
gosh.
company, it was not to really prioritize you. It was to
No, 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 no.
prioritize wealth for shareholders. You
You.
are joining in that prioritization of
When
that
I
wealth to the shareholders.
not
So,
prioritizing you.
yes, so if you are no longer contributing to that provision of wealth to the shareholders, they must find another team member with the energy that will push for that goal. You must find yourself.
Yep.
So, if we can understand that as people, your work goal is not your personal goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, us being bitter after so much years I've put in, we missed it in the first place. That is the goal of a company, is to grow wealth for the shareholders. You are participating to that goal. If you no longer serve that goal, a stronger team member with an energy will be found to push that goal. It has nothing to do with you. So you can't afford then not to have your personal goals.
And to add to that,
Woo!
when you add to your personal goals, just know nobody ever got the reach from an 8 to 5 job. So while you are there, do your side thing.
I
That's
was
it.
speaking in a women's conference yesterday, and they made me speak under career and wealth, and I was laughing, thinking of Big Zulu, ngifuna ukuba nemali eningi, ngikhathele ukudla amadumbe. And I'm looking at these women so hopeful that I'm gonna give them some money solution, and and I said to them, listen, I'm not gonna teach you about a budget. You're already earning 20 rand, and your problems are for 200 rands. No matter how you budgeted with that 20 rand, it will never be enough. So I want us to talk about invalidation and I just wanted them to come out of that. Listen, I'm a teacher. I teach budgets every day.
Yes.
I know the system of
Yes.
budgets. You are
Yes.
already earning 20 rand.
Yes.
Your basic necessities, they are not below 200. What
Mm-mm.
more can I teach you about 20 rand? Nothing. It will never be enough. It echoes what you're saying. If you think you're going to be rich by over supplying your energy to a standard that is already set that it will never give you more than this,
There you are.
then you have low self-esteem issues. You have low self-esteem issues. The company is not for you. It is for its shareholders. You're there to
Yes.
help them get that goal. But
Yes.
there's nothing more you can give, because the moment you don't serve that goal, you will be released. It
Yeah.
is not personal. So why then are you making the company personal? Why are you
There you
going
are.
to overeat, buy
Yes.
takeaways from a garage because there's such a big project? And why are you not, why are you going to break your sleep?
Mm.
Why are you going to say, I can't work out today, I've got so much work to do? You're
Mm.
forgetting one thing, that is low self-esteem right there. Your goals, where are your goals? Where is your personal goals?
Yes.
Because it should be my personal goal that I want to live at least up until 90 years without any supplements of, and it's possible. I've been looking at Americans that prioritize fitness.
It
They
is.
make it to 90 to 100 without drinking any extra medication. And these are people who fought daily to stay healthy.
Thank you.
So I'm just looking at what you're saying, that you can never be pouring so much fuel in a broken vehicle. It's already limited hours
Mm.
of work.
There you
Okay,
are.
so I want to thank you for giving us time, and I want you to please tell us, Yozelle, you are a fitness coach. People must just know that you are not just a fitness coach. You're a competent and a passionate fitness coach, and I vouch for that. I taught you, and I've known you over the years. This is not a person I just met in a mall yesterday. I know yourself. So you're a very passionate and a competent fitness coach. And fitness is not for you some billionaire scam that people must, you teach people the life of fitness, not you having a bikini body by summer. You sell the life. The life of prioritizing fitness. So I want you to tell people your services. I know you're available virtually, you're available in many platforms, and you sell fitness. Like, okay, I'm this lady that goes with wrong leggings to the gym, and I'm like, I'm sure these ones are underwear. They are not. The way they shape my bum, I just feel like I'm 65. And then I see your leggings, they even hug the bum and go all up. And I'm like, mine, I always have to pull my t-shirt off. I know you sell fitness wear, beautiful, divine fitness wear, and you are a life coach. People must not forget that. You're a life coach, and you're available for guest speaking in events, and you're all these things that I've mentioned to people. It's not free, guys. It's not free. You book Yozelle because she is so committed in 3 or 5 areas around her business. So if she really gives you time, you really have to honor that. So this is not harassing you, or so I'm gonna give over to you. Sell your services as much. There's unlimited time. You've honored me with a lecture I could have not even paid any university in the world to give me the perspective you've shared. Over to you, ma'am.
I am humbled. Thank you, ma'am, for this opportunity.
Yes.
I am really humbled and I really appreciate this opportunity as well to bring me in and allowing me to share my experience, life experiences as well, and well, of other people's experiences because life is too short to learn all the time from your own experiences. You got to learn from other people's experiences around you.
Mhm.
I am, yes, as we say, a personal trainer.
A competent and
Oh,
passionate. Don't forget those describing words. Everyone can be a fitness coach, but not everyone is competent and passionate.
like I am.
Yes.
I actually, I concur. I agree to that. And that is so right because you do it knowing that um, with what I'm doing, I'm helping myself and others around me. And
Yes.
same time, we have our one-on-one training sessions based in Johannesburg. I'm based in Sandton, so I
Mhm.
normally try it around here. And then we do have our virtual classes Mondays to Friday. Amazing results. I like uploading them as well so people see that we get too busy. No, I bring it to you, the comfort of your house. Your body is a machine. Let's work on that. We use your machine to make you feel good, not only for having flat tummies and beautiful arms, but more mentally than it is anything with physically. Physically,
Thank you.
at the end of it,
She's gonna come back, guys. It's just the network. Welcome back. The
okay.
network is, yeah, the mind. The network was just jealous. So it's the mind. The services are more for the mind than it is for the flat tummy and.
Yes, it's more for the chemical that has to be released than it because the flat tummy comes as a result of your discipline and consistency. That is
Okay.
just the bonus that you get. But
Okay.
you stay away from a lot of unhealthy, you stay away from sicknesses, doctors' practices when you work out. You hardly visit. When you visit them, it's just for a checkup to see if everything is in place and everything is doing good. That's
Yes.
basically it.
Wow.
So at the same time, we have our life coach where we speaking at events, teaching people about wellness and fitness and making them understand the importance of that. Again, you
Yes.
cannot make plans for this body, going places without taking care of this.
Okay.
Simple things like you have to have enough sleep, you have to drink water. Those are the things where we start at as we go throughout the journeys.
Thank you so, so, so much. So, if people want to contact you, can you say how they should contact you here? Even if it's the business number, I know you've got the business number, so that they inquire, and also give them the email. I don't want to say I will put it at the description. No, guys, you will not find. This is not me over marketing this thing. You will not find a committed and a reliable fitness coach. I've tried to get hold of Yozelle for a long time. Her schedule is impossible because of these classes. It's literally impossible. So if you want a reliable coach at the comfort of your home, if you want proper gym wear, not the leggings I wear. Oh, I'm sure those people are free for the 2 weeks I've not been in the gym. Like my leggings, they need Jesus. So please, please give them your contact details. They can't miss out on this, because we always make, especially as corporate women, we come home saying, I'm busy, I'm so tired, I can't. And there's someone saying, I'm at your Teams, I'm at your Zoom.
Yep.
Don't leave the house. Don't beat the traffic again. Save on the fuel. I'll do this for you at a fee.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's why there's no excuses onto taking care of yourself. So the number to get hold of me is on 072
Okay.
353 7281. I'm repeating that, 072
Yes.
7281. And you will then, however, get hold of me on that number, whether it's for the fitness way, whether it's for the life coach, whether it's for the training sessions. You will be able to get hold of me. And my email address is Yozelle, YOZELLE .edmunds, N for Nelly, D for Delta, and S for sugar at gmail.com. Yozelle Edmonds at gmail.com.
So thank you
Yep.
so much.
Thank you so
I
much.
pray a blessing over your business. I pray a blessing over your business, because now you're really, really, really growing. You are growing, and you're international now. People don't know that. Your client base is global. You
Yep.
have Zoom meetings all over the world. So your schedule is very hectic. It's in South African time, sometimes it's outside
Yep.
South African time. So if people think you're just a centin, no, 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 you're very, very global. You're very global, and it's only going to get better and better and better, because you just love what you do. It's not an effort for you. It's
Very.
so natural. So when you are shining and up there, I'll be saying, I once taught her. That's my baby. Thank you so much, Yozelle. I appreciate you so much. And I'm taking away everything you said. You ministered to my spirit. This was just a different interview. I think with every guest, it's a ministration. It's a
Yep.
ministration, because I'm just learning
Yep.
now not to live a life away from my daughter. My fitness life, it must be in sync. And I'm
Yep.
learning the am I contributing to the community, to the community
Mhm.
goals? Am I contributing, or am I just a taker in the community,
Yeah.
or I'm living passively in the community? And I'm also taking that, don't make company goals your personal goals. You will die.
Wow.
You'll die very young. Have your
And you
own
replace.
personal goals.
That's
And
what we
you
should
are
all.
highly,
Yeah.
there's always the better person. There's always
Yeah.
the better person. Don't confuse, but there will never be a better mother to your child. There'll never be a
Mhm.
better daughter. There will never be
Mhm.
a better sister. So the world you are giving in your all, it's not
Yep.
going to give you its all. It's
Nope.
impossible. It's
Yep.
designed to create the wealth for the shareholders,
And
not
I was.
to it's not
Yes.
designed to give you fitness and health. It's not. Stop looking for it there. Create your own and stick to the boundaries.
And I was saying this, that are we, when we look at our lives, if our kids would had to follow in our footsteps now, would we be happy? And if you say no, then why are you still living and doing what you're doing if you would not like your kids to follow in those footsteps. Then change
Yourself.
your.
I'm scared of answering that question. I might get a 0. Because the first thing I'd ask my daughter, why are you overworking? Why are you overworking? I would want her to have a balance of life. I would want her to tell me, Mommy, I'm going on a date with my husband. Can you babysit for me? I'd want her to say, I'm going to Mauritius for a holiday without even getting a bonus. Or even I'm just going to Hartis for a holiday with my friends. I would like her to say, I just need an hour to myself. Can you babysit for me? And I'm not doing that. So that's why I'm worried that I might get 0. Another bombshell, another lesson. Okay.
Thank you.
You're challenging me. I'm not liking it now because this is personal. Because I would really ask her, why are you overworking yourself? When are you going to have life? I would ask her that. Why are you not asking me to help you have life? Why can't you ask me to babysit? Why can't you ask me to help you with any schoolwork that you need me to help you understand it faster so that you can go on a date with yourself? Why do you have to break your sleep at night? Okay, it's fine.
The questions, I'll take those questions right back to yourself. She will follow.
Because they don't learn what we say. They learn from what we do.
There we are.
God bless you. God bless you.
Really
I'm sure I'll have you over and over again for other impartations because you're just full of impartation. You're just full of grace.
I'm just, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A blessed
Bye.
day in front of you. I really appreciate this opportunity again. God bless you, ma'am. This is going to be amazing. This is just the beginning. More.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. Bye.